1619 project and material like it is very much liberating. As I talked with my partner about my experience with the young people and every day that he spends with young people, I am encouraged because they are happy to be able to hear about these stories.
My term for it is we're filling in the blanks. We're writing those stories, we're recapturing those stories that couldn't fit when we were younger, that didn't belong or was ignored or passed over. And we're trying to reassure that we will not have that kind of amnesia anymore culturally.
American democracy was perfected by Black Americans. And there were so many things that this project exposes us to that students may not have known before. So we wanted them to know how we contributed to American democracy and how we contributed to art, to literature, to music, and all those other things in the midst of the hard history.
I think what happens is when we stick to a history that's not inclusive, it's really a miseducation of our students. And I think that it's so important for us to be able to bring this out, regardless of how uncomfortable it may be or perceived to be.
We didn't tell the students what topics to choose. We let them decide. And I think it's much harder to tell the students, you shouldn't know this, as it is to tell a teacher, you shouldn't be teaching this. Because the students want to know. There is such a desire among the students to know real history and to know the parts that they're not being told, because they can see the problems in our country today.
We have these two opposing sides, right, clashing over the course of history. And I think that just allows students to understand that, like, when we're fighting for justice, there are other forces that are fighting for injustice.
It's creating a language around the humanity of the ancestors that were enslaved. And for me, it was grounding the students in a sense of, it is hard history, but let's focus on and center the humanity.
What we're trying to do is repair the entire society. We have to know what the story is upon which our lives are founded.
I'll just say that teaching local history is difficult because you're going to do a lot of the legwork yourself. It's a worthy journey to go on to be able to offer this sort of next level engagement to your students.
We cannot do the work alone. This is why we are indebted to organizations like the Pulitzer Center, because we need to be able to see one another, to reach out and touch one another, to stand alongside one another, to have one another's backs.
I wanted to share my deep appreciation for everyone at the Pulitzer Center and 1619 Project who have facilitated the single greatest professional learning experience I've had in 23 years in the classroom.